Hello my friends, welcome to my Energy Economist channel. We're gonna talk today about land and leasing for hydrocarbon exploration. So stay with me. Exploration for hydrocarbon involves not only geology and geophysics, but is vitally dependent upon acquisition of rights to drill on the prospectus that are generated by the explorationists. It makes little sense to explore unless one controls the land on which to drill. Landmen work closely with explorationists to lease the lands having most promise of new production, and to do so at the earliest possible stage when lease prices are lowest. The situation on drilling rights is much different in the United States than in other countries, because the US is the only hydrocarbon producing nation that permits private ownership of mineral rights. Everywhere else, the government owns the minerals. For this reason, leasing of land with right to drill is much more competitive in the United States. And oil companies have staffs of landmen and scouts who keep close check on where leases are being bought and dropped and by whom. A typical oil lease gives the company the right to explore and drill on the lease in exchange for a yearly leasing fee called a rental. And if production is found, the owner of the mineral rights will receive an overriding royalty on production. The company takes all the risk of exploration and production in exchange for the right to drill, and the owner gets a specified percentage of the gross value of the production from the first day on. The overriding royalty was traditionally an eighth, but now, with increased competition for promising land, may be as high as 30%. Failure to pay rental results in forfeiture of the lease. If production is found, the lease will be held by production for as long as there is production. It's possible for any person or group of people or any company to lease and drill in the United States. And it's because of the free enterprise system and private ownership of minerals that wildcatting and the wildcatter are exclusively American phenomena. Private ownership has led to over 600,000 wells recently producing in the United States, compared to about 100,000 wells in all of the other nations in the free world, and has led to the making and breaking of many fortunes in the past 80 years or so since Spindletop. The ability to safely and responsibly access and explore our resources in the Arctic, Atlantic, Pacific, and the Eastern Gulf of Mexico is a critical part of advancing the long-term energy security of the US, said American Petroleum Institute Upstream Director Eric Melito. It will also encourage economic growth, spur manufacturing and investment, create thousands of additional US jobs, and strengthen our national security. Independent Petroleum Association of America Press Barry Russell said, expanding access to additional offshore reserves allows the US to better understand where production potential exists and where capital should be invested. Although this is just the first step in a long process, today's proposal is exactly the signal industry needs to drive this work forward. National Ocean Industries Association Press Randall V. Losey held the start of a truly national discussion about US offshore energy potential. To kick off a national discussion, you need a national plan. something that has been lacking the past several years, he said. Former President Trump started the offshore energy discussion with his executive order. The plan continues that dialogue. The April executive order, to which he referred, reversed the former administration's ban on Arctic oil and gas leasing and supported OCS development. Karen A. Herbert, president of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce's Global Energy Institute, called the plan a long-term commitment to securing our energy future. He said it would help cement America's role as an energy superpower, creating jobs and contributing to our economy. Congressional energy leaders also applauded DOI's action. This proposal shows President Trump is serious about creating jobs and making America energy dominant, said Sen. Bill Cassidy, a Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee member. Opening the eastern Gulf of Mexico to American energy producers will create thousands of jobs in Louisiana and other Gulf Coast states and bring billions of dollars of investment to our country. If you want to learn more about land and leasing for hydrocarbon exploration, you could do so in my book, Economic Study of Oil and Gas Exploration, which is published on Amazon. Check it out at the link in the description. Please take a second to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to also hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and goodbye.